Hey everyone, welcome back. So in this session, I want to discuss these tools at the bottom, but in particular, the screen sharing tools. And then in the next video, I will discuss the chat tools and how to use the chat in an instructionally effective way. So screen sharing. Suppose I have an application or maybe I have a PowerPoint that I'd like to share with my students. So I'm going to click on screen sharing. And so I have these. Now there's a lot of things I can do. I can say one participant can share at a time, multiple participants. I think for the sake of this, we're going to keep one participant at a time. A lot less confusion in my mind. So I can select a particular app if I would like, or I can share my entire desktop. Sometimes the desktop can be a little bit confusing. And so I'm going to go ahead and close this up again. I have a GeoGebra app here that I'd like to share with my participants. So I'm going to go to my screen sharing again, and I just want to share that particular app. And then when I click on share, so notice up here at the top now, the window that I am sharing is now highlighted in green. And when I hover over that top little green bar, I can, for example, pause the share for just a moment. And now the screen is paused, but I have the student attention. I can resume the sharing. If I would like to draw a student's attention to one thing or another, I could, for example, use a stamp and say, pay attention to these things. Or likewise, I could maybe do some sort of a draw or a spotlight if I'd like to. You just need to clear everything out before you go to the next thing, or those things will exist. And I'll go back to my mouse pointer and close that out. And when I'm done sharing this app, I just click on Stop Sharing, and it's back to the main meeting. If I want to change something else, so for example, I'll click on Sharing again. If I have a Google slideshow that I'd like to share, for example, I want to maybe select the desktop. That will cover everything. So when I click on Share, and then I can go back to this, and I've got a slideshow hidden here, and I can present that slideshow. And now it is loading, but it's in full screen. And again, I have all the tools, but notice that it is outlined in green. So it is being shared and recorded. And so I'll stop my sharing, and I will press escape to get out of that. And so that is that's the screen sharing features. If you have an application or an object that you want to share with your students, it could have been a PDF file, for example. Ooh, I could have shared the PDF file with my students. So anything you'd like to share, you can use that screen sharing option to get that to your students. So that is that, folks. In the next video, we will talk about the using the chat window for instructionally sound things. I hope this has been helpful.